It's just about time for the fifth and final game of the series between the Canyon County Spuds and Western Nebraska Pioneers. An official welcome. I'm Nick Gruber, the voice of the Spuds. Thank you for tuning in here on Spuds TV again. We'll get the starting lineups after the national anthem. Just a few minutes here from first pitch, July 12th, Tuesday night. Let's take a peek at the Pioneers starting lineup. It's similar names for them if you've been tuned into the first four games of this series. Leading things off, Eric Smelko, number 7, the center fielder. Then Jace Jeremiah, shortstop, number 10. Batting third, Alex Zerfus, the right fielder, wearing 23. Cleanup spot for the Pios, Shane Jameson, first baseman, number 19. Then number 16, Ryan Callahan, playing third. Following him, Isaac Lopez, second baseman, wearing number 6. PK Walsh will follow him, wearing number 5 as the designated hitter. On the 8th spot is Connor Dowdy, the catcher for the Pios, number 25. And rounding things off, Jason Luke, left fielder, wearing number 1. Now the lineup for your home team, Canyon County Spuds, 1 through 4. Pretty similar look. Leading things off, Tyler Castelli, the left fielder, wearing number 9. Following him, Lucas Danielix, right fielder, number 13. Then number 1, Owen Bischoff, the center fielder. Batting cleanup, Tyler Stone in as the designated hitter tonight for the Spuds, wearing 34. Then catcher Matthew Mandeville, number 12. Following him, Tyler Miller, the first baseman tonight, wearing number 28. Then comes Gabe Garrett, third baseman, number 15. And then Riker Billingsley, number 8, batting in the 8th spot, playing second base. And rounding things off for the Canyon County Spuds is Zach Schwartzberg, the shortstop. So last night, the Spuds clinched the series win with the 7-6 victory. Castelli, Bischoff, and Stone all picked up 2 hits in the win, accounting for 6 of the 10 total hits for the team. Tyler Stone also had 4 RBIs, one of which came from his home run in the first. It was a tight ball game for majority of the game until Garrett's 2 RBI double gave the Spuds a 3-run lead heading into the 9th. But in the final inning, the game was all but over when Antonio Nanez popped up to center with 2 outs. However, center fielder Bischoff lost the ball in the air, and shortstop Schwartzberg couldn't make the over-the-shoulder grab to end the game. So with 1 runner on, Smelko took one out of the park to make it a 1-run ball game. So the pressure was on for pitcher Clay Rickerman, but he delivered a strikeout to end the game. So final score was 7-6, a Spuds victory last night. So here comes first pitch. It's Blake McFadden getting the start for the Spuds. McFadden's been the all-star pitcher for the Spuds all season. First pitch swung on by Smelko, fouled off, foul. So first pitch, local time 7:06. Start out with the 0-1 count. So McFadden getting the start tonight. Usually comes in as reliever or closer, but here he is in the first. Second pitch misses high and outside. 1-1 now the count. McFadden on the year in his 16.2 innings pitched, just a .54 ERA. So only 1 run all year allowed when McFadden's been on the mound. 29 strikeouts for him as well. The 1-1 pitch to Smelko, swung on to short at Schwartzberg. Toss to first will be there for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to start the day here at Wolf Field. So that infield, it's Gabe Garrett at third, Schwartzberg at second, at short, Billingsley at second, and Miller at first. In the outfield, moving left to right, Castelli, Bischoff, and Danielewicz. First pitch to Jeremiah, swung on, fouled back straight over our heads, just about here in the press box. So McFadden, number 19, out of Northwest Nazarene University, just a short drive from Caldwell, NNU, out in Nampa, Idaho. The 0-1 swung on, popped towards right. That'll go foul. Miller unable to make a grab there. 0-2 now the count. Jeremiah batting in that second spot tonight, was in the third spot last night. He was 3 for 4 last night with an RBI. Scored a run as well, so looking to keep his bat hot here for the Pio. He is the leading hitter all year for the Pios. He'll swing on that one. It's towards center right, and the grab there made from Lucas Danielewicz for out number 2. So now 2 down. In comes Alex Zerfis, the right fielder out of Gonzaga. Zerfis, a .327 hitter on the year. 110 at-bats, 36 hits. He'll look at the lefty McFadden with 2 down and nobody on here early on in this game. First pitch to Zerfis, swung on, fouled towards right. That will go out of play down that right field line towards the bullpen of the Pios. 0-1 the count. Zerfis not in the lineup last night. We've seen him a couple of times throughout the 4 games played thus far. The 0-1 to him inside, 1-1 the count. The warmest day so far in this series. First pitch, 99 degrees here in Caldwell. The 1-1. Now the 2-1. It's been pretty hot thus far the past 4 days, but I think this one takes the cake by a couple of degrees. A little bit of a cloud cover. 2-1 misses outside, so 3 balls in a row there. 3-1 now the count. 2 down, 3-1 count. McFadden looking to go 3 up, 3 down to start the day on the mound for the Spuds. Pitch delivered, big swing and a miss. It'll be a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Zerfis. Spuds sporting those white pinstripe jerseys for another night. The white pinstripe with the pinstripe pants as well. The blue to purple fade numbers. The full count pitch swung on, fouled back. Keep the count. Try this pitch at least one more time, and it's a similar look as well for the Pios, wearing that black uniform for the 4th time here on the road in Caldwell. Black tops, gray bottoms, white numbers with red trim. So the 3-2 once more. Swung on, fouled off again. So the fight between Zerfis and McFadden continues. So still the 3-2 count. McFadden delivers once more. That one misses high and outside, so it'll be a 2-out walk as Zerfus able to draw ball 4 there. Now they'll clean up hitter Shane Jameson enters the game for the Pios with 2 down and a runner now on first. It's just McFadden's 6th walk through his 16.2 innings pitched coming into this game. Shane Jameson. Excuse me, that's a pickoff attempt there from lefty McFadden to first. Just almost catches Zerfus off guard there. I was looking down at my stats, kind of missed that toss. 2 down, here comes the first pitch to Jameson. It's on its way. That one finds the outside corner for strike number 1. McFadden making his 2nd appearance, I believe, in this series. Came in to close the other night in the walk-off win for the Spuds. 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, 1-1. Another pickoff attempt from the lefty McFadden, called safe once more. So the lefty obviously has the advantage on the mound there compared to a righty pitcher. Easy look over there at first. It's Zerfus taking not that big of a leadoff, probably pretty smart. 1-1 pitch. That one catches the inside corner for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, the count. Still 2 down. The 4th batter of this inning. 1-2, swung on, just fouled back. Jameson stays alive here in this at-bat. Keep the 1-2 count. And the righty Jameson will step back into the box for at least 1 more pitch. So last night, we saw 2 home runs. Here comes the 1-2, swung on, fouled back. So a couple of early battles here between McFadden and these Pio hitters. Neon green bat here for Shane Jameson. Winds that thing up. Awaits the pitch from McFadden. Still 1-2 count. Pitch on its way. Big swing and a miss upstairs. Shane Jameson. McFadden picks up strikeout number 1 of his night. It's 3 outs and 4 batters. Nothing going for the Pios. It was a walk that allowed Zerfus to make his way to first. We move to the bottom of the inning. Spuds look to take an early lead. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. We'll take a short break.
Don't you hear my
So on the mound tonight for the Pioneers, getting the start is Gunnar Nartker, number 39 out of Garden City Community College. He makes his second appearance, came in not last night but the night before, I believe, to pitch just one inning. First pitch to the leadoff Castelli is fouled out and left. 0-1 the count. So on the year, take a peek at Nartker's stats. It says coming into this, 6 game appearances, 22 innings pitched, 2.86 ERA for him, 23 hits, 10 runs allowed. Castelli pops that one up to left. Shortstop Jeremiah will call everybody off and make the catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. So it's the same 3 we've seen all series. Well, just about all series. Castelli leading things off, then Lucas Danielewicz, then Owen Bischoff, and batting in that cleanup spot, as he always does, is Tyler Stone. So fresh count now, Nartker to Danielewicz. First pitch drops into the dirt for ball number 1. Doherty, 3 of the 4 first games were pretty close. Game 1 was a little bit of a blowout, a 10-4 win for the Spuds. The 1-0 pitch, now to find the strike zone, even up at 1-1. Game 2 was a win for the Pioneers. It was a 5-3 win for them. And then Game 3 was a thriller. Spuds won in a walk-off, 4-3, and last night a 7-6 win for the Spuds. So destined for another good game here tonight in the final game of this stretch. Count at 1-2. Nartker to Danielewicz. Danielewicz last night, 1 for 3. Here comes the 1-2. That'll stay upstairs. 2-2 the count.
That's Mr. Scott to you. Get it, Mister?
2-2 pitch. That'll find the strike zone. A slider there from Gunnar Nartker will find out number 2 of this inning and his first strikeout of the night. So Danielewicz strikes out looking here in the bottom of 1.
Western Oregon University, the center fielder, number 1, Owen Bischoff.
Sure you heard in the background. Now comes Owen Bischoff. Played last year at Yakima Valley. Now will transfer over to Western Oregon University this coming year. The center fielder wearing number 1. He was 2 for 3 last night. Also had an RBI. He was the hero for the Spuds in Game 3, the walk-off double, scoring 2 runs to win it. Count starts to 0-1 to Owen Bischoff. Big swing and a miss there. 0-2 now the count. So good start here from Nartker on the mound for the Pios. Nartker, as I mentioned, at Garden City Community College. If you're watching locally, it's not Garden City, Idaho. It's Garden City in Kansas. 0-2, swung on. It'll find the gap towards center field. It's a single to start Bischoff's day, and the Spuds find their first hit of the night with 2 outs in the 0-2 count.
From Gonzaga University, the designated hitter, number 34, T. Stone.
So last night in the first inning, Tyler Stone took one deep to right for a home run. It's a similar situation, 2 down, a runner on first. See what he can do here now with the fresh count, looking at Gunnar Nartker. First pitch inside and low, ball 1. So Stone on the year, 347 hitter. It was his 6th home run last night. He's got 52 hits and his 150 at-bats in a Spuds uniform. 1 ball, no strikes to him. He'll swing on that one. It's popped towards left. Down goes the third baseman chasing that one, but it'll go out of play for a foul ball. 1-1 the count. 16 minutes into the game here in the bottom of the first. 7:06 was the first pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third pitch, the at-bat to Stone will miss outside. 2-1 now. Stone out of Gonzaga. Designated hitter here for the Spuds tonight. You can see him at first a lot, but at first tonight is Tyler Miller. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on by Stone. That'll find the gap towards center once more. Bischoff rounds second, but will put on the brakes and remain there. So it's back-to-back singles with 2 outs here for the Spuds. It's a runner now in scoring position. Matthew Mandeville will follow Stone.
East Bay. The catcher, number 12, Matt Mandeville.
So Bischoff 1 for 1, Stone 1 for 1. Enter the game, Matthew Mandeville. Mandeville, the catcher, didn't play last night. On the season, a 182 hitter. It's his 45th at bat. First pitch low into the dirt, blocked there from catcher Dowdy. Will hold up the runners at first and second. So a 1-0 count to Mandeville. Mandeville 1 for 10 this series against the Pios. Second pitch, the at-bat swung on towards right. A leaping grab, though, made by first baseman Shane Jamison. So a run-saving grab there from first baseman Jamison. I thought that one was going to get over the head, but he puts on his hops, makes the grab for out number 3. So 2 runners left stranded for the Spuds. Score stays at 0-0. We'll move to the second inning. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. We'll take a short break. We move now to the top of the second. No hits for the Pios in the first. Spuds picked up 2, but couldn't do anything with it scoring-wise. It's McFadden on the mound, the lefty to the lefty here. Ryan Callahan starts things off for the Pios. First pitch on its way. Oof, that one straight to the leg of Callahan, so it'll be a leadoff hit by pitch. Callahan will stand at first. Now Isaac Lopez will be in the box for the Pios. So the 0-0 count now to Isaac Lopez. Callahan stands at first. That pitch high and inside in there for a ball number 1. So as I mentioned earlier, McFadden just 1 run against him, and it came from the first series here at Wolf Field. So he enters about his 18th inning here with just 1 earned run against him. Pretty impressive from Blake McFadden. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses low and inside this time. 2-0 now the count. McFadden had one strikeout in the first. Now the 2-0 stays high, so 3 pitches, 3 balls. Our last 4 pitches have been balls. Last night we saw McFadden actually as the first base coach for the Spuds, working the runners down that first base line, getting the start here on the mound tonight. So McFadden looks to find the strike zone here. The 3-0 pitch just does that. Move the count to 3 balls, 1 strike now. Fan gets the call. Takes a peek at first, now deals the pitch to Lopez. Swung on straight to McFadden, bounces off his glove to second. Schwartzberg fields it with the bare hand. Good play there from short Schwartzberg for out number 1. So that one straight up the middle to McFadden. McFadden tries to field it, bounces off his glove. A running play by Schwartzberg, grabs it with his bare hand. Tosses it to first in time for the first out of the inning. So now a runner in scoring position is Callahan. Designated hitter P.K. Walsh set to face McFadden here in the top of second. That first pitch catches the edge of the strike zone, 0-1. The lefty to the righty, PK. That pitch from McFadden outside. 1-1. Walsh, the designated hitter tonight for the Pios out of the University of Kansas. Last night, 0 for 4. Scored a run. Counted for an RBI as well. 1-1 pitch his way. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. Walsh on the season, batting just over 300, 303, 76 at bats, 23 hits for him. 1-2 the count, 1 down. Runner will send to third. The throw from home, not in time. So a successful stolen bag there for the Pios as McFadden picks up strikeout number 2 for out number 2.
Batter, number 25, Connor Dowdy, the catcher. Connor strikes out. 10-barrel brewing, pub beer.
So just 90 feet from scoring is Ryan Callahan after he takes off from second and successfully slides into third for a stolen bag. It's 2 down, and now McFadden will deal to Dowdy. First pitch his way. That's straight in the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Dowdy in the lineup last night was batting 5th. Went 1 for 3. He came in probably around the 3rd inning for an injured Wisner after taking a pitch in a tough spot. So he came in from the dugout and caught most of the game in the lineup here tonight. 0-2 count to Dowdy. Still no hits for the Pios. Runner stands at third. McFadden looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Time called there from Dowdy. He'll step back, think about this one a little bit longer. Oh-2 on its way. Finds the strike zone. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for McFadden to end the top of the second. The Pios failed to convert a runner on third there. We move now to the bottom of the second. Spuds look to strike first. A good job there from pitcher McFadden. 3 strikeouts so far for him. We'll take another short break and be right back with the action here on Spuds TV. Tyler Miller, the lefty, set to start things off here as we enter the bottom of the second inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for either team. First pitch to Miller. Low end inside for ball number 1. Tyler Miller playing first here tonight for the Spuds. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed there from Miller. 1-1 now the count. Miller on the year just batting .183. He's got 11 hits, but in those 11 hits are 8 RBIs. 1-1 pitch his way, drops breaking ball for strike number 2. Good looking pitch there from Gunnar Nartker, who's on the mound for the Pios. One ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here in the second. That one misses outside from Nartker. 2-2, even count now. Despite the heat, a good crowd coming out to support the Spuds here at Wolf Field in Caldwell. As the 2-2 misses low, check swing. Miller holds off. A full count here to start the bottom of the second. Nartker 1 strikeout so far as we enter the second inning of his pitching. Here comes the full count pitch. That one skips low into the dirt. It's a leadoff walk here for Tyler Miller. He'll trot down to first, and it'll bring up Gabe Garrett now with nobody down and a runner at first. So Miller now stands at first. It's Gabe Garrett here showing bunt. First pitch, drops it in for strike 1. Garrett last night had an RBI double in the 8th. Ultimately kind of won the game for the Spuds because it was a 7-6 final score. So without those 2 runs batted in from Garrett, it would have been a loss, potentially. Takes 2 pitches in there for 2 strikes. Gabe Garrett out of Florida Tech on the season, batting .287. Third pitch of the at-bat from Nartker on its way. That one just misses outside. Garrett holds off there. 1-2. Shout out to John Quinn and his wife watching tonight's game from Denver, Colorado. Spuds all over the country. Shout out to them. Dropping the chat there. Go Spuds. 1-2 the count. That one swung on by Garrett towards center. Shortstop fields it, taps on the bag for out 1. The double play not be able to made there. It's a fielder's choice. Out comes coach for the Pios. Last night we saw him come out of the dugout and actually get ejected from the game. Second ejection of the season for him. A quick chat and he'll trot back to the pen. So safe still to call. Gabe Garrett now will stand at first. Miller was tagged out at second by the shortstop Jeremiah.
From the University of California, Riverside, second baseman number 8, Riker Billingsley.
So now with 1 down, Riker Billingsley follows Gabe Garrett. The lefty hitter, 1 for 4 last night, struck out once. First pitch, he'll swing on it and foul it back and right into that net. 0-1 to count. Zero balls, 1 strike, 1 down, runner at first. Second pitch, the at-bat. Billingsley swings on towards the shortstop. Easy grab there, and it'll be a double play. So Garrett kind of took off there from first. It was the grab made by the shortstop, and then flips it down to first, catches Garrett running back for the double play. So we now move to the third inning. Score still 0-0. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action. Still no runs here as we enter the top of the third inning. At the bottom of the lineup for the Pioneers, the lefty Jason Luke out of San Francisco State University takes first pitch from McFadden high and inside. 1-0 start. Luke wears number 1 for the Pios. The 1-0 will be swung on down the third base line. A sliding grab by Gabe Garrett and tosses it over to first in time for out number 1. So a good play there from third baseman Gabe Garrett. Drops down to one knee, fields that one on a line drive, and able to throw out runner Jason Luke at first for out number 1. So one down, now the top of the lineup back here for the Pios. Still no hits tonight. It's Eric Smelko, the center fielder, the lefty to the righty. First pitch swung on, pop towards right. Down goes first baseman Tyler Miller. Will be able to get underneath it. Just can't get there, so it'll be a foul ball. Count at 0-1. Would have been an awkward grab there from Miller, kind of over his head. Couldn't make the grab there. 0-1 count with one down here in the top of the third inning. So check in on the playoff push here for the Spuds. Last night, the Spearfish Sasquatch, who lead the division, lost. So now the Spuds just 1.5 games back from that top spot in the division. Pitch was high there from McFadden. 1-1 count with one down here to Eric Smelko. That pitch swung on towards short. Smelko fields that one, tops it into his glove, and tosses over to first for the second out of the inning. So now Jace Jeremiah enters the game. Last night, 3 for 4. had that home run in the 9th, kind of made things interesting really late in the game. It was 2 outs and 1 runner on, and he took Rickerman deep to right, scoring 2 runs. 0 for 1 here tonight. First pitch his way, swung on, pulled down that third base line, called fair. Looked like foul from here. Castelli will field that one deep into left. It'll be a double for Jace Jeremiah. So it's the first hit of the night for the Pioneers, courtesy of Jace Jeremiah. He continues his season. It's his 50th hit of the year. The leading hitter for the Pios gets the first hit on the board here tonight. That one was a close call there at third. Hard to tell from up here whether it was foul or fair. Home plate umpire nonetheless calls it fair. It's a double for Jeremiah. So a runner stands in scoring position now, and it's Alex Zerfis due up for the Pios. First pitch skips in low and gets away from catcher Mandeville. So that allows Jeremiah to advance to third now here in the top of the third. Zerfis, 327 on the season. He's got 36 hits, 13 RBIs, has struck out 23 times. It's a 1-0 count. That one looks like it'll drop in the strike zone, and it does. Strike number 1 of the count, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Big swing and a miss there from the changeup. For McFadden, 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Spuds looking for out number 3. 1-2 swung on towards second baseman. Billingsley will field that one and toss it to first for out number 3. So once again, Pioneers have a runner on third but fail to convert. So now Spuds get a chance once more to strike first in the bottom of the third. 0-0 the score. We'll take a break here on Spuds TV and be right back with the action. Zachary Schwartzberg starts things off here in the bottom of the third. He's batting in that 9th spot once again for the Spuds. Takes pitch number 1 for strike number 1. Schwartzberg last night 0 for 3. The 0-1 pitch on its way to Schwartzberg, swing and a miss. Start the count at 0-2 here in the bottom of the third. So Nartker, number 39 on the mound for the Pios. He's got 1 strikeout so far, has allowed 2 hits, which came from Bischoff and Stone. Comes the 0-2 count to Schwartzberg. That one will stay high for ball number 1, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. On its way, that one will stay low for ball number 2. A beautiful crowd here at Wolf Field. Tuesday night baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nartker delivers. That one misses low and outside. It'd be a full count here to start the bottom of the third. Scoreless thus far. Spuds looking for the gentleman's sweep. Win tonight would make it 4-1 on the series and put them in great position going on the road to potentially make a playoff push. The 3-2 swung on, fouled back. Schwartzberg with a good at-bat here for the Spuds.
More importantly, a very depleted bullpen. Most likely just going to be Manato Tatena and Paul Panduro available tonight.
It's a full count. Nartker to Schwartzberg. That 3-2 swung on, chopped toward second, fielded cleanly there from Lopez. The throw to first in time for the first out. Schwartzberg is actually pretty close to outrunning that one. Just misses by a foot or so.
Top of the order for the Spuds, left fielder, number 9.
One down now here in the bottom of the third. We'll move to the top of the lineup. Tyler Castelli out of Embry-Riddle. The lefty now faces Nartker. Last night, 2 for 4, had 2 singles. First pitch will be swung on by him, fouled off down the third base line. Oh and 1 the count. Nartker will deliver the 0-1 now. Big swing and miss from Castelli. So 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 strikes. The 0-2 swung on reach there from Castelli, able to make contact to stay alive here in this at bat. Game 5 of this 5-game stretch so far. The Spuds versus the Pioneers. The 0-2 swung on a similar spot as the last hit. Castelli's run will not be able to outrun that ball. So 2 outs in similar fashion. Grounders to second. Lopez able to field both of those with no error for 2 outs. So now nobody on, 2 down. Lucas Danielwicz in for the Spuds. So on the 15th of July, the Spuds will be in Casper for 3 games against the Horseheads, and then to North Platte they go for 3 games against the Plainsmen. So they get a couple of nights of rest, some much needed rest after they've just had 1 day off in the last 12 days. 0-1 the count to Danielwicz. 2 outs. That pitch catches that upper corner for strike number 2. Narker looking for his second strikeout of the day.
0-2, 2 away. Narker looking for a 1-2.
He gets the call and will deliver this 0-2. Swung on by Bischoff, popped towards right. It'll go foul. Down goes the first baseman. A long run for him, not able to get underneath that ball. So it'll be a foul ball. Keep the count at 0-2. Jameson standing on first tonight for the Pios. Last night it was Jackson Wall, so a little bit of change up there. A couple of field changes tonight for Pioneers. Similar names, but different from last night. It's the 0-2 count. Danielwick's looking for hit number 1 of the night. That pitch misses outside. 1-2. So I'll read off the infield here for the Pios. At third, Ryan Callahan. Shortstop, Jace Jeremiah. Second baseman, Isaac Lopez. And standing at first, as I just said, is Shane Jameson. The 1-2 pitch. Danielwick watches that one miss outside. 2-2. Out in the field and left, it's Jason Luke. In center, Eric Smelko. And in right, Alex Zerfus. Well, that's the defense standing behind Narker. 2 hits for the Spuds. The 2-2 just misses high, I believe. Move the count to full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch. That one will skip into the dirt low and bounce straight back into the safety net. It'll be a 2-out walk. Danielwick will now stand at first. So it's the second walk on walls here for pitcher Gunnar Narker. Owen Bischoff now. He's 1 for 1 here today. Had a single with 2 outs. Bischoff out of Western Oregon University this coming year. 2 down, Danielwick stands at first. First pitch of this at-bat misses low and away. Good grab there from catcher Dowdy. 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. That one swung on by Bischoff, fouled straight back into the net, 1-1. 50 minutes of ball played here tonight as we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still nothing going for either team on the scoreboard. 3 hits total tonight from combined total. 2 for the Spuds, 1 for visiting Pioneers. 1-1 pitch. Stays high for ball 2. It's Danielwick over there dancing at first. Dowdy kind of took a peek, thought about maybe delivering that one from home to first, but holds on to it and tosses it back to Narker on the mound. Stone on deck for the Spuds. The 2-1 pitch. Bischoff swings on, makes contact, tips it off backwards. 2-2.
Hey everybody, say hello to Bryler Wagner, our bat boy tonight. There he goes.
2-2 the count. Bischoff adjusts his gloves in the box, tightens them up, and steps back in. Sun's peeking through the clouds out here in Caldwell. Started off with some cloud cover. You can see him in the outfield. Here comes a 2-2, misses outside. It'll be another full count. The last 4 games, I don't think there's been a single cloud in the sky. They finally make their entrance here in Game 5, trying to block that sun as temperatures sit at about 98 degrees right now. Toasty. Full count pitch. Big swing and a miss for Owen Bischoff. It's a strikeout to end the 3rd. One runner left on first was Daniel Wicks. We now move to the fourth inning. Still 0-0 ball game. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. We'll take a short break. Starting things off is Shane Jameson as we enter the fourth inning. A little bit of water balloon toss there between the third and the fourth. Our poor mascot took a stray water balloon. Might have cooled Spudley off a little bit, though. Still no runs on the board. One hit for the Pios. Here comes the first pitch to Shane Jameson. That one finds a strike zone. 0-1. It's McFadden. 3 strikeouts thus far. The lefty on the mound out of NNU. Lefty to the righty. Swung on, pulled towards third base, but it'll stay foul. 0-2. Jameson 0 for 1 today. Comes the 0-2. Swung on, pop towards right. There goes Bischoff taking up, moving left to right, calling off right fielder Danuix, and makes the grab there for out number 1. So McFadden continues to dominate on the mound. Now enters Ryan Callahan for the Pioneers. Callahan out of the University of Kansas. Callahan on the year, 293, just shy of 300 average. He's got 27 hits, 3 doubles for him. Hit by the pitch. His last appearance. First pitch now his way. Stays high and outside. 1-0. Second pitch of the at-bat. That'll find the strike zone. Fastball there from McFadden. 1-1. 1-1 from McFadden. That'll find the strike zone as well. 1-2. McFadden looking for strikeout number 4. It's 1 down here in the top of the 4th. 1-2 count. Pitch on its way. That one swung on, fouled off straight to the dugout of the Spuds, bouncing off the fence. keep the count at 1-2. 1-2, the lefty to the lefty. McFadden to Callahan. Swung on straight to McFadden. A casual grab off of the one hop, and McFadden flips it to first for out number 2. McFadden made that look pretty easy. I mean, that one had some power coming off the bat, but the lefty just grabs it. They're standing on the mound and jogs over to first, flips it to Miller. 2 down now here in the 4th. Shout out to one of our season ticket holders, always sitting behind home plate. Here just about every single game. Her famous line is "no batter." I don't know if our mic can pick it up through the windows here, but every batter, every pitch, it's "no batter, no batter" from the lady just sitting in front of me and to my right. 0-1 the count now. I'm not necessarily sure what "no batter" means, but I think she's just trying to get in the head of the opposing team's heads. It's no batter, no batter, no batter. 0-1 the count. McFadden to Lopez. Swung on towards right. Won't drop in. A good grab there from Lucas Danielewicz. It's 3 up, 3 down. McFadden continues to amaze on the mound. Continues his great season as well. It's still 0-0. Move to the bottom of the 4th. Spuds on offense. Take a short break and be right back. The heavy lefty hitter is Tyler Stone, leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th. Spuds look to crack a run on the scoreboard, still 0-0. Stone 1 for 1 with a single. Pitching duel between Nartker and McFadden here. First pitch to Stone, swung on and will be fouled deep left and out of play. 0-1. Shout out to everybody watching here on Spuds TV. 15 Aqua, John, and James all dropping some encouragement in the chat. 0-1 pitch to Stone. Swung on towards left, just barely stays foul. That one was hugging that foul line towards left, but drops just left of it. 0-2 now. Nartker to Stone. Stone, 28 strikeouts in his 150 at-bats, but he's got 52 hits to his name. The 0-2, that'll skip in the dirt low. 1-2. I guess it's 53 hits now on the season for Tyler Stone, as he had single to center, as I mentioned. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nartker delivers high. The 0-2 now the 2-2.
Fastball and almost threw it over Dowdy, who was standing up.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Stone swings on that one, pops it straight back towards us. A good grab there from one of the Spuds fans here. Reaches out his hat, bobbles it off of the brim and into his hands. A souvenir for a lucky Spuds fan here at Wolf Field. The count still at 2-2. Stone takes that pitch low and toward his feet. It's a full count now to the leadoff hitter here in the 4th, T. Stone. Full count, nobody down. Nartker delivers, Stone swings, bounces it straight back into the net. That one would have come straight back to me. I think I could have made a grab there, but fortunately they have this safety net in front of us. Guess it protects us. You're good. 2-2 still the count. Excuse me, 3-2 the count. That one high, and Stone will lead things off here in the 4th with a walk. It's the 3rd walk for Nartker. Still just 2 hits for the Spuds. So Mr. Stone trots down to 1st with nobody down. In comes Matthew Mandeville out of Cal State East Bay.
Mandeville.
So the righty Mandeville winds up his bat and waits the first pitch from Nartker. Stone at first. First pitch low. Ball 1. Mandeville in the box. Miller on deck. 1-0 pitch on its way. Just misses high and outside. 2-0. The count to catcher Matthew Mandeville. Two balls, no strikes. Mandeville swings on that one, drops over the head of second baseman. Stone makes his way to second, will hold up there. It's a single for catcher Matthew Mandeville. Hit number 3 finds its way to center right over the head of Isaac Lopez, the second baseman.
First baseman number 28, Tyler Miller.
So 2 on, nobody down. Tyler Miller, the first baseman, looks to bat a run home and take an early lead for the Spuds. Tyler Miller, the lefty hitter wearing 28 out of Bellevue Community College. First pitch his way, swung on high towards right. There goes Zerfis running and making the grab. Runners both will be held up. It's Stone holding up his tracks at second. So now the first out here of this inning as Miller pops out to right. It's Gabe Garrett now entering the game for the Spuds. Nothing tonight. Had a 2 RBI double in the 8th last night. Garrett plays out of Florida Tech. First pitch from Nartker. Garrett takes it in there for strike number 1. Zero balls, 1 strike, 1 down to Gabe Garrett. It's Tyler Stone standing at second and Mandeville standing at first. That pitch, slider outside. Good grab there from catcher Connor Dowdy. So 1-1 the count now with 1 out still. Nartker takes a peek back at Stone. He'll step off. 1 ball, 1 strike now. So I see the question there, concerns about the catcher last night who took a ball at the home play. As that one swung on by Garrett towards right, Zerfus will make another grab. Stone will hold up again. So 2 away now, and both runners still at first and second. So as I was saying, the catcher last night is all right. He had to come out of the game, not playing tonight, but he's listed as day-to-day, just icing up and sitting tonight's game out. So back-to-back pop-outs to right. It's Billingsley for the Spuds now. Billingsley had 1 hit last night in his 4 at-bats. It's 2 down, 2 on. First pitch in there for strike number 1. So it was 2 on and no outs, but now turns to 2 on and 2 outs. 0-1 count to Billingsley. Pitch on its way, swung on straight to the second baseman for out number 3. So with runners on, the Spuds once again fail to convert anything on the scoreboard. Still no runs for either team. 0-0 ball game. We move to the 5th inning now here on Spuds TV. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action. So now we enter the 5th inning. PK Walsh takes first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. McFadden still on the mound for the Spuds.
Never want to make the first out at third, though.
What's up?
You don't want to get him out at third. We don't need to.
1 ball, no strikes. Swung on, popped up and out of play from PK Walsh. 1-1 will be the count now. So I mentioned the injury of the catcher for the Piles last night. The pitcher also went down early. It turns out it was a tricep issue, so nothing to do with the elbow, which is always good. Elbow can be scary injuries for pitchers. He's a little bit sore, obviously, going to be out for a little bit, but it's a tricep issue for him. So that one fouled off for strike number 2 from the designated hitter PK Walsh. Walsh 0 for 4 last night. It's 1-2 count. The lefty to the righty. That one swung on towards right. Looks like it'll just stay foul, and it does. 1 and 2 will remain. PK Walsh out of the University of Kansas. No hits tonight, no hits last night. 1-2, swung on, that'll drop. It'll be a single for PK Walsh. That one just over the head of first baseman Miller. Leads things off with a single here in the 5th.
Your dear batter, number 25, the catcher, Connor Dowdy.
So hit number 2 for the Pioneers. It's been a pitcher battle between McFadden and Nartker so far tonight. Goose eggs on the scoreboard for both teams. Pickoff attempt from McFadden, not being able to lay down in time. Walsh slides in safely. It's Connor Dowdy, the catcher. Another pickoff attempt, still safe again. McFadden the other night had a successful pickoff attempt. He's got a good look over there at first. The sun peers down here on Wolf Field. First pitch awaits from McFadden to Dowdy. Nobody down, runner on first. Swung on towards center. It's deep going right. It's Daniel Wicks. No, it's Bischoff calling off Daniel Wicks and making the grab again out there in center right. So runner will be held up there at first. One down now in the 5th. Bottom of the lineup, Jason Luke, the lefty facing the lefty. McFadden takes a peek at first. Long look and now delivers the pitch. Bunt laid down by Jason Luke. McFadden comes up, makes the play to first. Good grab there from Tyler Miller. Sacrifice bunt, make it out number 2, but a runner in scoring position is PK Walsh. It was a solid bunt laid down there from Luke. Was staying fair, just barely trickled, but McFadden able to run up, field that one, turn on a dime, and toss it over to Miller, who makes the nice scoop for the second out. Top of the order, Eric Smelko now will face McFadden. 2 down, runner at second. First pitch, high and outside, ball 1 to Smelko. Smelko last night was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Struck out once and was walked once. Batting .336 so far in his season in that Pioneers uniform. 1-0, McFadden takes a peek back at second. Now delivers the pitch. Just misses outside. 4-2. So PK Walsh in scoring position there. Had the single to right and then advances to second off of a bunt from Luke. Two-0 from McFadden. That one will find the strike zone. 1-2. Two balls, 1 strike. Smelko swings on that one, pops it towards right. In comes Daniel Wicks down to make the grab, which he can easily for out number 3. So it's the story of the night. Runners will stand on bag in scoring position most of the times, but still no runs to cross home plate. Still 0-0 ball game. Move to the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a short break. Spuds due up. So it's Zach Schwartzberg starting things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It looks good.
Pitchers duel continues between McFadden and Nartker. It's the 1-0 count to Schwartzberg. Second pitch on the way. Check swing, finds the strike zone nonetheless. 1-1.
Still looking for our first runs in this game. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
Just about 8:30 local time. 1-1 swung on, popped towards center. In comes Smelko running up. Nope, it's shortstop. Jeremiah calling everybody off. Makes the catch on a back pedal for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a little bit of a different story thus far in this game. Game 1 was a 10-4 victory. Game 2, 5-3 victory for the Pios. Then there's a 4-3 win for the Spuds, and last night 7-6. So no runs on the board so far. 1 out to the leadoff now. Tyler Castelli batting in that first spot. That pitch from Nartker stays high for ball number 1. Castelli out of Embry-Riddle, batting .265 on the year. He'll swing on that one. Foul it down for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Castelli. Castelli in that leadoff spot as he typically is. Nartker delivers to the lefty. That one will stay high. 2-1. So he swings on that one, bounces it straight down to the shortstop. The jumping grab can't be made by Jeremiah. An awkward bounce there. It'll be base hit for Tyler Castelli. Would have been a tough play there from the shortstop, Jeremiah, as it's hard to predict where that ball is going to bounce once it's coming down from such a high altitude. So with 1 on, Lucas Danielwicks to face Nartker with 1 down. Pickoff attempt, no tag really even being made there. Castelli head first into first in plenty of time. Here comes Castelli. He'll take off towards second, but Danielwicks fouls off that one. 0-1. We've seen Castelli take off time and time again this year. Did it a couple times successfully last night. Saw him heading towards second, but has to return to first after Danielwicks fouls that one off. So 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 5th. Spuds looking for a run to take the lead. It's fouled off again towards the bullpen of the Pios. 0-2 now. Nartker takes a peek at Castelli at first. The 0-2 just misses high. 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes. Danielwicks swings on that one, fouls it back. So a pretty good at bat here from Danielwicks, battling here with Nartker. Nartker got the start, so he's in his 5th inning of pitching. Little temperature update, still 90 degrees here in Caldwell. Swung on by Danielwicks, it rolls through center and it'll drop. Castelli will round second, he's taking his way to third. The throw to third base, not in time. Castelli now to second and Castelli to third, Danielwicks to second. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out now, Owen Bischoff. So 5 hits, 5 singles now for the Spuds. It's batters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all with the hits. Owen Bischoff had one of those singles. Dowdy goes out, has a chat with Narker as back slightly against the wall here for the 5th. Excuse me, here in the 5th, Spuds looking to strike first. Bischoff steps into the box. Takes his stance and awaits pitch number 1. Bischoff pulls it towards third. In comes Castelli to score 1 run. The second runner is Daniewicz. He's sent home. Throw not towards the plate. It's a 2 RBI single for Owen Bischoff. Spuds get on the board and take the lead here in the 5th.
Courtesy of Parma Ridge Winery, the designated hitter, number 34, T. Stone.
So Bischoff is the one to do it for the Spuds. The 2 RBI single. Now with still 1 out, it's Tyler Stone, the lefty, in the box. 2-0 ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Off goes Bischoff towards second. The throw from Dowdy won't be down in time. Successful stolen base for Owen Bischoff. Stone took that first pitch in for a strike. So there's the confirmation in the chat that catcher from last night, Declan Weisner, is doing fine. Good to hear.
I guess so. It's a strike.
0-1 count to Stone. Bischoff now standing in scoring position at second. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Nartker to Stone. Nartker takes a peek back at Bischoff. He'll take off to third. The pitch way outside, and it's another stolen base for Bischoff. Now he stands at third. No throw attempt even really being made there from Dowdy. That pitch got high and outside. Infield shift now to the lefty Stone. We saw him do this last night, and he hit it through that gap despite the shift. Count now sits at 2-2. So as you can see, first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, all standing in between first and second. The 2-2 to Stone. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout there for Nartker. His 3rd one of the night, the 2nd one of the inning. So 2 down. Now in the 5th. Bischoff still standing at 3rd. Matthew Mandeville, who had a single at Cal State East Bay, looking for an RBI and increase the lead to 3. Pitcher warming up out there in the Pios bullpen. First pitch, Mandeville watches the pitch stay high, 1-0. Mandeville 182 on the season. Second pitch high and outside for ball number 2. Mandeville has 8 hits. There's 44 at-bats. 4 RBIs thus far for him, making his 15th game appearance here in Game 5 against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. 2 balls, no strikes. Mandeville swings on that one. It's a chopper towards short. Jeremiah fields it and tosses over to first in time. So the Spuds unable to convert that 3rd run. Nonetheless, take a 2-0 lead. We move now to the 6th. Spuds finally strike first. Take a short break and be right back with the action. So the Spuds finally able to get on the board. The Goose Eggs no longer. It's a 2-0 ball game. Spuds on top. McFadden still on the mound for the Spuds. It's a big swing and a miss from Jace Jeremiah. Starting 0-1 count here in top of the 6th. McFadden's second pitch swung on straight to him. He'll field that one off the one hop, toss it to first for the first out of the inning. So Spuds find the quick out. Now Alex Zerfis due up. One down. Zerfis out of Gonzaga University. Question about the winery. Chief Spud's wife owns a winery in Tampa. There's a local winery by the name of Parma Ridge. One of our sponsors, a very good local winery. I'm not sure which one you're asking about there in the chat. One down. McFadden now to Zerfis. That pitch finds the strike zone up there in the corner. 0-1. Second pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Count now at 0-2. McFadden, 3 strikeouts so far tonight. Still just, or excuse me, no runs allowed for him tonight. 1 run so far on the season when he's been on the mound. 0-2, swung on towards third baseman Gabe Garrett. He fields that one, tosses it to first. The throw is high. Miller has to come off of the bag. So it'll be Alex Zerfis now standing at first. With the runner on first and still just 1 out, Shane Jamison, the righty hitter, will be the one to look at McFadden now. No batter from our fan here in the crowd. Can you hear her chanting that? It's working so far tonight. Nothing on the board for the Pioneers. First pitch on its way. And it's another pickoff attempt. That one was, McFadden kind of held back on that one. I think he realized mid-throw that Zerfis would be back in time. So still waiting for that first pitch. 1 down, runner at first. Spuds lead by 2. McFadden to Jamison, just misses high. One and 0 the count. Second pitch swung on there by Jamison. It's deep and right. It's Danielwick's on the run. Just can't get underneath that one. A sliding attempt there as he was taken off. Showing off the speed, but just unable to get under that one. The count now at 1-1. So the Spuds here in the second half of the season, 5-6, 1.5 games back from that top spot on the season, sitting at 519-19. We're going to get above that 500 mark for the first time in a while. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fadden to Jamison. He'll take that one low and away. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. McFadden steps back onto the mound. Pioneers just 2 hits so far tonight. The lefty to the righty once more. That one swung on. It's a high fly ball towards center. There's Bischoff moving to his left. Makes the grab. for the second out here in
Third base,
the
number
6th.
16, Ryan Callahan.
So Zerfis still stands at first. He had a chopper to third. It was an error. Toss from Gabe Garrett to Tyler Miller at first. Made Miller leap off the bag and couldn't make the tag. Now Ryan Callahan, the lefty, takes strike number 1. Lefty on lefty action here. Said that quite a few times here tonight.
No answer for Blake McFadden.
0-1 the count. Pickoff attempt towards first. Nothing going there. Tag attempt not in time. Miller tosses it back to McFadden on the mound. We'll wait for the 0-1. Cloud cover now here at Wolf Field. Much needed as temperatures still hover around 90. The dry heat, that pitch in there for strike 2. Spuds looking to make the 2-win streak a 3-win streak. 0-2 the count, 2 down, runner at first.
No balls and 2 strikes here.
Check swing from Callahan, but that one just misses high and outside, I believe, from here. Crowd doesn't approve of the call, nonetheless in there for ball 1. So the Spuds starting to heat up, as I was mentioning, with 2 wins in a row.
Ball and 2 strikes. Elliott waits the 1-2.
McFadden the 1-2 chopped off by Callahan. Keep the count at 1-2. So I would argue that the Spuds would be hot if they won tonight. A 3-win streak, I'd consider that to be on fire. And you know what they say about hot potatoes. I mean, nobody can handle a hot potato.
Top of the 6th. And a 2-0 deficit against the Spuds.
Back to the ball game here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Just a late swing. Able to make contact is Callahan to stay alive in this at-bat. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fan looking for K number 4.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch on its way. Check swing. Umpire said nope, didn't go. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Callahan staying alive at this at-bat. Another check swing. It'll allow runner to advance to second in Alex Zerfis. Umpire in the field says batter didn't go, so now a full count. The runner now stands at scoring position. So a battle here between Callahan and McFadden, a longer at bat here in the top of the 6th.
3-2 pitch from McFadden to Callahan. Lefty.
McFadden takes a peek back at Zerfis, now delivers the 3-2. It's swung on towards right. It'll drop. Here comes Zerfis getting the wheels home. It'll be safe at the plate. So it's an RBI single with 2 outs from Ryan Callahan. It's just the 2nd run allowed against McFadden on the year.
Doing his job and extending the line. It's 2-1 now.
So a 2-1 ball game now here at Wolf Field. Still 2 outs. That pitch to Isaac Lopez will hit his lead shoulder. So now 2 runners on. Spuds looking to get out of this inning. So Isaac Lopez takes that pitch to the shoulder. Now PK Walsh, the designated hitter, with 2 runners on and 2 outs. He'll swing on the first pitch. It'll just make its way back and over that net out of the stands. 0-1. Walsh got a single today. Was 0 for 4 yesterday. Batting .303 on the season. He's got 23 hits on 76 at-bats coming in to tonight's game. The 0-1 swung on. It's a pop towards right. Danuix takes a few steps forward and makes the grab for out number 3. So a 2-out rally there for the Pioneers allows a run to score. 2-1 ball game now as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Spuds look to extend that lead and get the run back. Take a short break here on Spuds TV. So a new pitcher here for the Pioneers.
Number 28, Tyler Miller.
Gunnar Nartker's day is over on the mound. In comes Minato Tateno. He has pitched here, I believe, once in this series. Take a look at his season stats. 8 games, 11 innings pitched, a 2.45 ERA, has allowed 3 runs on 8 hits. So solid pitcher for the Pios. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Tyler Miller. Oh, 1 count to start the bottom of the 6th. Spuds still lead this one 2-1. Miller swings on that one, chops it too short. It's Jeremiah fielding that one, whipping it over to first. The throw is in plenty of time for out number 1.
Number 15, Gabe Garrett.
So with one down now, Gabe Garrett, and as I mentioned, I think both times he's come to the plate had what would be the winning runs last night with 2 RBI double to score runs 6 and 7, as the final score would be 7-6. First pitch to Garrett. Inside, ball 1. So Nartker on the mound for the Pios finished his day with 3 strikeouts, 6 hits allowed, and 2 runs. 2-0 the count to Taino to Garrett. Still no hits for Gabe tonight. Garrett batting .287 on the year. 2-0 turns to 2-1. Strike number 1 of this at-bat. Two-one count. That one stays low from Tateno. Move the count to 3-1. It's a hitter's count to Gabe Garrett. 1 down after the ground out from Tyler Miller. Tateno delivers the 3-1. It swung on towards right. Should be a routine grab from Zerfus, and it is. I'm just moving a few steps left to right for the second out of this inning. So 2 down, nothing going for the Spuds. Riker Billingsley, the lefty, will be hitting now. Beautiful skies out here in Caldwell. Warm temperatures. First pitch, Billingsley misses outside, ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat from Tateno stays low and in, 2-0. Billingsley in that 8th spot in the lineup here tonight. Follows a pop out from Garrett, and before Garrett was a ground out from Miller. So that's how we got our 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Slider there finds the edge of the strike zone, 2-1. Billingsley out of UC Riverside. Hitting .244 on the year. 16th game in a Spuds uniform tonight. The 2-1 slides in there. 2-2. 11 hits and a pair of doubles for Billingsley on the year. 2-2 swung on, just barely fouled off from Billingsley. We'll keep the count at 2-2. So Spuds 4-6 in their last 10 games. Looking to crawl to the top of the Great Plains division. In the Nebraska Land division, it's the Fremont Moo. Record of 7-3, holding that top spot in that division. 2-2, big swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Tateno. 3 up, 3 down to end the 6th. So we move to the 7th now. 2-1 ball game. Spud still holding on to that lead. Take a short break and be right back with the action. So McFadden's day will be over here. He finishes 6 full innings. Enter Kyle Powers on the mound for your Canyon County Spuds. Powers on the year, 8 innings pitched for him. 3.37 ERA, has allowed 3 runs and 6 hits through those 8 innings, 4 strikeouts for Mr. Powers. Powers out of the University of Jamestown. He'll be facing Connor Dowdy, first batter tonight. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. 2-1 ball game. Spuds score 2 in the 5th. Pios score 1 in the 6th. Dowdy swings on that one straight to Garrett at third. He'll field that one and make the long throw to first for out number 1.
Left fielder number 1, Jason Luke.
So McFadden allows 3 hits, 1 run on his day. 3 strikeouts through 6 innings for him. Kyle Powers finds the strike zone there for strike of the night for him. 0-1. Game 5 here. The last game at home for a while for the Spuds. Currently lead the series 3-1. Count at 1 ball, 1 strike now. Swung on by Jason Luke, fouled out of play towards left. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luke will hit that one. It's a line drive towards left. It's a base hit for Jason Luke. He'll stand at first now after he gets the single to left, and now the top of the lineup due for the Pios. No batter, no batter. Still going on here. He stands at Wolf Field. It's Eric Smelko to face Kyle Powers. First pitch just misses low for the first ball. The at-bat, 1-0. Jason Luke stands at first. Hit number 4 for the Pioneers tonight. One ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0 the count. The righty to the lefty, Smelko. Smelko swings on that one, pulls it to right. That'll find the gap out of the reach of diving Billingsley. It's back-to-back singles for the Pioneers as Kyle Powers allows his second hit here in the 7th. So with runners at first and second now, the leading runs stand on bases for the Pioneers. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Here is Jeremiah.
First pitch to Jace Jeremiah, fouled deep and back, 0-1. Powers to Jeremiah. That one skips through the legs of catcher Mandeville. It allowed both runners to advance. So a tough break there for the Spuds as 2 runners now in scoring position.
It is a wild pitch.
Pitch goes straight through the legs. It was low and in the dirt for catcher Matthew Mandeville.
Powers will chat with Mandeville, the catcher.
Mandeville will walk out there to the mound with Powers as they share a few words. One now the count. Runners stand at second and third. Smelko standing at second, and Luke standing at third. 2-1 ball game. Pitch low into the dirt again. This time, good job there from Mandeville, sliding behind that one and blocking it. 2-1 count, 2-1 the score. That pitch will be swung on. Oh, just stays foul down that third base line from Jeremiah. That would have been dangerous. That would have given the Pioneers the lead, presumably. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still just 1 out here in the 7th. It's Powers to Jeremiah once more. That one swung on straight to the second baseman. Billingsley makes a good grab on the run to hold the runners up for the second out of the inning. So both runners stand still at second and third. It's Alex Zerfus. So Jason Luke had a single. Then Smelko had the single. They stood at bases 1 and 2. Then it was a wild pitch from Powers. The ball made its way back to the backstop, allowed both of them to advance to scoring position at second and third. So now with 2 down, Alex Zerfus. He scored a run tonight for Pios. He'll take the first pitch from Powers into the dirt. 1-0. So a few pitches here from Powers into the dirt. Mandeville working there as the catcher. 1-0 the count. That one swung on by Zerfus. It'll be down the right foul line, out of play, 1-1. Spuds out hitting the Pioneers by just 1 now. 1-1 pitch from Powers, high and inside. 2-1 now the count. That one just barely misses the shoulder of Zerfus. Zerfus batting in that third spot out of Gonzaga. Two and one now the count. Pitch from Powers just misses high for ball number 3. Three and one count to the 327 hitter Alex Zerfus. 3-1 count. Powers delivers, stays high, so it'll be a walk to Alex Zerfus. That'll load the bases now for the Pioneers.
The bases are loaded with Pios and 2 outs.
Powers struggles to find the strike zone there. Bases now juiced. In comes Shane Jamison, the cleanup hitter for the Pioneers. Jamison in just his 3rd game here for the Pios. First pitch will be swung on and fouled off. 0-1 start. So Jamison just has 1 hit in his 8 at-bats thus far. Spuds just need 1 out to get out of this inning. Zerfus stands at first. Luke at third and Smelko at second. 0-1 the count. Powers to Jamison. 0-1, big swing and a miss. Big strike, good looking slider there from Powers. 0-2 the count. Powers enters the game here in the 7th. Looking for strikeout number 1 to get out of this inning. The 0-2 pitch swung on straight towards shortstop. Schwartzberg, it'll find the gap. In comes run 1. Second one is sent home. The throw from center won't be at the plate, so it's 2 runs for the Pioneers. Now they will stay on top. 3-2. Shane Jamison, the 2 RBI single. So that'll be the end of the night for Kyle Powers. Short night for him. The 2-out, 2-run for the Pioneers to take the lead for the first time tonight. So we'll figure out who the new pitcher is for the Spuds. We'll take a short break and let him warm up his arm. Spuds trail this game now 2-3. So into the game now is Cade Castillo on the mound for the Spuds. Short night for Powers allows those 2 runs there with 2 outs when the bases were loaded. 2 runners still stand on the bases. First pitch from the sidearm underhand type pitcher. Castillo will miss outside. Ball 1. So Castillo on the year, an 8.3 ERA in 9 games. That one swung on there by Callahan. 1-1. Jamison stands there at first after the 2 RBI single. Pioneers didn't score until the 6th and now lead this game here in the 7th. 1-1. With 2 outs, Castillo's pitch. Both runners will take off. That one fouled off, though, from Callahan, so both will return. 1-2. Now the count.
Miller's running back as well for Powers. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Spuds looking to get out of this inning. It's 2 runners on, 2 outs. That pitch from Castillo is away and low. 2-2.
Bats have been completely silent. The only run scored in this game for the Pirates was an unearned run. They scored a couple unearned last night. That's what quiet the night before the 4-3 loss. Now credit the Spuds pitching. They've done their
It's the
best.
2-2, Castillo to Callahan. That pitch curves in, but just will miss that corner of the strike zone. It'll be a full count now. Castillo to Callahan, the first batter that Castillo is facing here tonight. Castillo out of Olone College, pitching to Callahan out of the University of Kansas. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count pitch on the way. It's swung on, foul back. Callahan stays alive, continues to battle here for the Pios. Hits all even at 6 for the Spuds and 6 for the Pioneers. It's Castillo to Callahan. Matthew Mandeville catching for the Spuds. Here comes the 3-2. It's swung on, pulled down that first base line. Stays fair. There's out number 3. So Callahan thought that one stayed foul. Just barely will stay fair. That'll end the inning. The Pioneers take the lead due from a 2 RBI single. 3-2 ball game. We'll move to the bottom. Spuds look to take that lead back. Thanks for tuning in with us here on Spuds TV. Take a short break. The Pioneers enter the bottom of the 7th with the lead for the first time tonight. It's the bottom of the lineup, Zach Schwartzberg to start things off here. Tateno on the mound for the Pios. First pitch to Schwartzberg will miss low and outside. 1-0. So the Spuds took the 2-0 lead there in the 5th. Pioneers cut it in half in the 6th. It was 2-1. And then there in the 7th, 2 RBI single from Jamison gives the Pioneers the lead. 1-0 to Schwartzberg. That one high and inside. 2-0. Schwartzberg looking for his first hit here tonight. Batting just shy 300, 298. 104 at-bats, 31 hits, 6 doubles for the man out of Saddleback Community College. 2-0 to Tano, delivers that one inside again. Schwartzberg turns his back to that one for the second time. 3 balls, no strikes to start things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Sun slowly setting, just about 9:20 local time. Beautiful night once again here at Wolf Field. The 3-0 stays inside, so a 4-pitch walk to start things here in the bottom of the 7th. See if the Spuds can do something here with Schwartzberg standing at first. It's a good time for the top of the lineup. Castelli
Fielder number 9, Tyler Castelli.
will now be the batter for the Spuds. He's got a single here today out of Embry-Riddle, the lefty, plays in left field. Crowd making some noise trying to get behind Tyler Castelli. There goes Schwartzberg. It's swung on by Castelli. It's popped up. The catch can't be made. The throw to first, not in time. So Castelli, the base hit. That one, I thought that one was going to get grabbed by the shortstop, Chase Jeremiah. But it drops, and then Jeremiah fields it off of the hop. But Castelli showing off the speed and makes it to first. Schwartzberg stands at second. Would have been an unfortunate situation because he took off to steal the base. If it would have been caught, it would have been a double play for the Pioneers. So 2 on now. No outs. Daniel Wicks, the righty, to face Tatano. First pitch his way. Bunt laid down. Pops up straight to pitcher Tatano. Flips it to first for out number 1. So Daniel Wicks does his job. Both runners will advance. Castelli stands at second. Schwartzberg stands at third. Well done there from Daniel Wicks to lay down the bunt in fair play.
Number 1, Owen Bischoff.
So Owen Bischoff now, he's got 2 singles, one of which was counted for 2 RBIs. So he's looking to add a couple more to his day. 1 down now in the bottom of the 7th. Bischoff last night 2 for 3 with an RBI. Tonight here, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Spuds trail this 1 by 1. First pitch to Tano to Bischoff. Big swing and a miss. He reaches at that slider. 0-1 now the count. So Castelli had the single. He's the one standing at second, and Schwartzberg was walked. It's a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Oh and 1 to Tano to Bischoff. Pitch on its way, swung on, chopped down that third base line. It's Tatano coming up, fielding it, and tosses it to first, but not in time. So the base is loaded now for your Canyon County Spuds with still just 1 out. Here comes the coach for the Pioneers. Tatano on the mound kind of gave the dugout the stop sign. I think he's saying, hey, I got this. I know my back's against the wall. I got 1 out. You don't need to talk to me, but coach still says, hey, I'm going to come have a couple of words. So they meet on the mound. Bischoff now with his 3rd hit here tonight. So a golden opportunity here for Tyler Stone to retake the lead here for your Spuds. If you're a Canyon County fan, this is the guy you want to see in the batter's box. He had a home run last night, 6 on the season. He's He's got 52 hits, 14 doubles, and 40 RBIs. He's got a single here tonight. Chat is over there to pitcher Tateno. Lefty Stone will step into the box. 1 out, bases juiced. Tateno to Stone. Oh, watch that first pitch drop too low for ball number 1. The 1-0. Runners at every base. 3-2 Pio's lead. Second pitch to Stone is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Even the count up at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Tyler Stone watches that one drop in a similar spot as that first pitch. Stays low, 2-1. Good batting here from Stone, not biting on either of those pitches that drop low to catcher Connor Dowdy. So the count now stands at 2-1, just 1 out. Bischoff stands at third, Castelli at second. Here comes the 2-1, swung on and fouled off. 2-2. Correction, it's Schwartzberg actually standing at third. Bischoff's over there at first. 2-2. Tateno asked for the ball change. It's the new one from the ump. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 pitch on its way. Is that one way inside? Stone fighting here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count. Crowd, a couple of them standing on their feet making some noise. Tateno gets his call. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down, bases loaded. Pitch on the way, skips in low, ball 4. A run will walk in for the Spuds to tie the ball game. Great at bat there for Tyler Stone, drawing the walk. Move to score to 3-3. So now Matthew Mandeville, the catcher, Cal State East Bay. Bases remain loaded still with just 1 out. Mandeville's got 4 RBIs coming into this game. Stone now at first, Bischoff at second, Castelli at third. 1 out, first pitch from Tateno. Mandeville swing on that one, it'll go towards center. It's fielded top to second. The double play is able to be made there. So bases loaded, just 1 run being able to convert there. It'll tie the ball game up. It's 3-3. We move to the 8th now. Pioneers escape. Take a short break and be right back with the action. Welcome to the 8th inning. All tied up out here in Caldwell. 3-3 ball game. It's Castillo on the mound for the Spuds. Isaac Lopez starts things off for the Payos here in the 8th. First pitch bunt will be fouled there from Isaac Lopez.
Lopez looking at where Miller's playing on first, about 5 feet behind the bag. Tries to shove that down the line.
So count starts at 0-1. Lopez, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. No hits for him tonight. Batting .314 on the season. That pitch, big swing, it's chopped towards first. Miller can't field it. It's bobbled there from first baseman Tyler Miller, so it'll be an error here to start the top of the 8th.
A beautiful pitch, righty to righty. Castillo the sidearm. It almost hit Lopez.
So a tough break there to start the inning. It's a runner on in Isaac Lopez.
So far off.
Now PK Walsh, the designated hitter with the single out of University of Kansas. Looks at Castillo, nobody down. First pitch, big swing and a miss.
Way late with that close foul tip.
For strike number 1. .9:30 local time.
Ball and strike.
Temperatures at 87.
Struck out single and flight out to right.
0-1 the count, Castillo to Walsh. 3-3 ball game, runner is sent. There goes Lopez, the throw to second, just a bit outside. Billingsley had to move off the bag there to make the grab. It's an 0-2 count, but now a runner in scoring position in Isaac Lopez. Lopez, who should have been out there at first, now advances to second.
Runner on second, no man out.
0-2 count, Castillo
It gets away from
hits PK Walsh with the pitch, so a tough one with the 0-2 count. Walsh eats that one to the lead leg, so now 2 runners on, nobody down.
Number 25, Connor Dowdy.
Now Connor Dowdy will face Castillo. So 2 runners on now. Tie ball game. Spuds looking for out number 1. Castillo will step off the mound here. It'll be a mound visit from the Spuds dugout. Have a quick chat with Castillo.
And just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday, while the Spuds are out of town, the city of Caldwell and the Canyon County Spuds are holding their first ever cornhole championship. Brewing will be here, Pepsi will be here. That's this Saturday.
So a
July
quick
16th,
chat there
right
on the
here at
mound
Wolfield.
to Castillo. Should just be 1 runner on with an out. But the error there at first has 2 runners, no outs. Castillo to Dowdy. That one bunt down from 25. Dowdy, the throw to first will be there in time for out number 1. So Dowdy lays down the bunt.
Left fielder number 1, Jason Luke.
Got the signal there. It's a pretty obvious move with 2 runners on, no outs to lay down that bunt. He does so. Advances both runners. Now Jason Luke, bottom of the lineup for the Pioneers. Luke had a single earlier today. On deck is Eric Smelka. 1 down, runners at second and third. First pitch from Castillo, swung on, fouled, off and back for a strike number 1.
Walsh is on second, Lopez on third.
So Luke 286, 16 hits on the season. He's got 12 RBIs.
His 20th game has got that average up from, it was 172 a couple
0-1 count. Castillo, big swing and a miss. Foul tip called there. Jason Luke, strike 2.
He was so hard. That arm angle is not a normal sidearm. He kind of flicks it, and you really don't see the ball until it's in the air. That's why he can't be throwing more than 82 miles an hour. And Pius will really late on that fastball.
So the 0-2 count. Castillo looking for it. Strikeout number 1. It swung on, fouled off again, so Luke stays alive here.
More importantly, Castillo has not shown his ability to drop in a changeup. He doesn't have an off, so he doesn't have a breaking ball. He's hard to have a breaking ball as a sidearm. And that changeup, which is normally
Still the 0-2 count.
type of arm angle,
All tied up.
he has not shown the ability to load
Leading runner stands at third.
drive it.
The 0-2 swung on. It's a high fly ball towards left. Castelli comes up to make the grab. Will runners be sent? It is. The throw home. No. There's Isaac Lopez halting in his tracks. So good work there from Castelli to hold up
Center fielder number 7,
the
Eric
runners.
Smilko.
Slider we've seen, as I was saying, I mean, he hasn't shown the ability to throw it. But the slider
So now with 2 outs,
clubs it the
it's
other way.
Eric Smelko. Smelko in that leadoff spot. 116 at-bats. He's picked up 39 hits. 25 RBIs on the year here in his 32nd game.
And they're going to put Smelko on first. Pitch to Jeremiah. Castillo has been a little inconsistent.
So an intentional walk there. I kind of missed that. Was a little bit confused when I